A very warm welcome to all our distinguished guests, faculty members, researchers and students. We are delighted to have you with us today for a very special public lecture titled Discovering COVID, the Beginning and Beyond by one of the world's most distinguished virologists, Professor Albert Osterhaus.
The virus has claimed millions of lives and infected hundreds of millions more. No nation was untouched, no community unaffected. Conditions in Bangladesh was no different. Even today, the virus is continuing its journey of infection and pathogenicity in several regions of the world. After effects of long COVID is causing the sufferings of the COVID survivors, which is now another global public health concern. The University of Dhaka is committed to supporting research that has both local relevance and global reach.
In the developed world, so 50% of the people died from infectious diseases. I think in the lower middle income countries that is not the case. And so when we're talking about these pandemics, and you see here some examples of big outbreaks, basically I think what we have seen is important, but it's not the worst thing you can imagine. So we better get prepared for the future. More people on the globe, we're traveling more, and all these different factors. So we will have new pandemics, also from influenza, and perhaps some of the experiments we did when we initially, for the first time, identified H5N1. We all talk about H5N1 as a bird virus, because these viruses cannot cross the species barrier to humans. Quite interesting. Coming back to H5N1, we know that with migratory birds, it has now come from Asia into Europe, and now it has transmitted it has caused enormous outbreaks in poultry. It is not a pandemic at the moment for H5N1, but it's a panzootic. So a virus is spreading in animals at the moment, all over the world, and it's knocking on the door. This is a newly discovered pneumovirus, isolated from young children with respiratory disease. And it was only discovered in 2001, and it has been with us for hundreds of years. What is the real point of this virus to become a pandemic? What is necessary? If it doesn't become transmissible, it can never be a pandemic. We collaborate with a lot of different groups and laboratories all over the world, and we get money from different places here. Is it possible to use this particular technology to really on-site produce vaccines and antibodies? Because that's really what you might need during the next pandemic. And if you can produce it yourself, you're not dependent on other countries and etc.
How do you find a long-term way of collaborating with Professor Osterhaus and his team? I think that is the more vital question now. He has contributed to save the humanity, much more than just a scientific contribution. Number one, we actually need, at some stage, a dedicated, full-fledged center on virological research. That Bangladesh remains vulnerable to outbreaks. Interdisciplinarity will have to be maintained. Some form of collaboration between the social science and pure sciences in this respect will be required. We have to find, when we think of institutionalization, a platform that will bring people together, not just Dhaka University's center. It will be, of course, a center housed, hosted, promoted by Dhaka University, but it will be a universal center. Let people come and participate. This is a question of saving the humanity that we are thinking about. We welcome every single stakeholder interested in this topic. Let that center be a way of bringing people together rather than pure technical, science-based myopic divisions. And we hope to remain in touch. We hope to have both formal and informal level of communication between us. And we will explore every single means in trying to establish some form of an institutional collaboration which will carry forward this initiative.